G'day guys, welcome back to another episode of All About Cooking.
Good morning, how are you?
Hope you all enjoyed the last one. Hope you are subscribing, helps us along a little bit better. Great Northern should know all about this. More beer, more beer. Anyway guys, we're doing a Halloween theme one today.
Yep.
I thought I'd cook something with a bit of grunt in it, so I'm going to do fire engine prawns and scallops. Fairly hot dish, one of Navita's favourites. What about you? What are you doing today?
Since it's Halloween, I'm going to do pumpkin pie. So yes, an American dish, I know, and it'd be a bit interesting to see how the American do it. So I've done this once before, and Isabel really liked it. You didn't really like it, but...
No, it's alright. It's alright. I'm not a pumpkin fan.
No, it's not a pumpkin either. So yeah, I really like it. So I'm doing it again. Isabel will be happy that I'm making it again. I can freeze it for her when she comes back.
There you go. So that's what's coming up, guys. Hope you really enjoy this. It's a quick and easy meal too. It doesn't take long to cook. This is my own recipe.
Yeah.
Okay. I've done this plenty of times before, mainly just using prawns, but thought we'd add a few scallops in today just to up the ante a little bit. So catch you soon. See you later. Okay, so this is what's going into it, guys. Some garlic as usual, freshly chopped chilies, some brown sugar. You have to have the brown sugar, gives it that sweetness and tackiness when you're eating it. Some Tabasco sauce. I use sesame oil when I'm doing this. Fresh scallops.
Oh, that looks so good.
And some fresh prawn meat as well. So really need to make sure you watch these scallops. They are very easy to overcook, okay? This can be done with chicken. It can be even done with beef if you want to. Okay, get the stove going. Okay, you don't want it too low. You need to cook this stuff reasonably fast. Sesame oil. Pan's heating up. So just make sure you remember the order you're putting them in at. Okay. So if you remember the order you're putting them in at, that's the order you're turning them at as well. Not quite ready yet.
Does it have to be that brown sugar, or can it be the dark brown sugar?
No, it can be any brown sugar. It's just for the sweetness, and it makes it tacky as well. So once it gets into that sauce, the brown sugar gives it the sweetness, and it also makes it stick to everything in the pan. So the chili and the garlic will blend with that sugar, and it should come out really moreish. Okay, so I'm just going to start turning these now. See how that's the golden brown there? That's pretty well what you want, okay?
Oh, that's beautiful.
You don't want to leave them on much longer than that, otherwise you start to overcook the scallops, and scallops do not go well when they're overdone. They become a bit chewy. So what we need to do now is just caramelise them on the other side again. Okay, once they've been cooked through, I'll just turn that down just a fraction. That's a little bit hot. So turn that down to a medium heat so it goes all the way through and doesn't cook too fast on the outside. So then what we want to see is a little bit of translucence in the scallops because they're going to go into the stir fry with the prawns once the prawns are done. And if you cook them to how they're supposed to be cooked before you put them in, then you're going to overdo them. So, same as I tell you with all seafood, if you're doing something else with it, have a little bit of translucence in it so you don't overdo it. You see on the small side here, that's white, but over here you got that translucent look about it. Okay, that's ready.
Can you turn it around again? Oh yeah, that's white. Yeah.
These are ready to take out.
Yeah, it's a bit hard to see in the camera, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Anymore, they're good to go. So put them into a bowl to sit and wait. Okay, just clean the pan. Just a splash of sesame oil in there again. Okay, get your prawns in there. And again, just make sure how you're putting them in there. Now you don't want these prawns completely cooked before you put the scallops in. Okay, because don't forget you still got a little bit of time with the scallops. Plenty of garlic, guys. Dessert spoon of garlic. 2 dessert spoons of the chili, okay? Yes, it is hot, but that's the whole idea. It's supposed to be hot. Some Tabasco. Okay, and that for the moment is it. Okay, what I've done, I've put just a splash of water, just to keep the bottom of the pan wet at the moment. Those scallops go back in now. Just watch.
Oh God!
Just watch when you're cooking this, guys. The chili does burn your throat.
Oh my God!
When you're cooking. Okay, we also have some of this. Okay, these are our flakes. These are made from our habaneros. Okay, we dry these ourselves, and I'm just going to put a heap of that in there. So that is screaming hot.
You can take that out if you don't want to.
Yeah, you don't have to do that. The heat's all up to you. You don't even have to put much chili in it if you don't want to. So you just put a small amount of chili in. Okay, so we'll put 2 heaped dessert spoons of brown sugar in here. Okay, so that sugar's drying it out a bit, but it should melt. We'll put another splash of water in there. Okay, so just a small splash of water, just about that much. Okay, guys. So you can see that. See how the sugar's melted now, and it's all starting to stick to the seafood. And that's it. Don't want to cook it any more than that. It'll be overdone. So that's ready to dish up. See you shortly, guys. Okay, now's the taste test, guys. We'll get some of these prawns in there with a few scallops as well. You've got to have scallops in it. So take some of that out with some of the sauce. And just dribble that sauce over the top. Look at that.
Beautiful.
And there you go. You've got fire engine prawns and scallops, guys. Have a look at that. Oh, look at that. That looks awesome.
This has to be one of my favorite dish of yours. Yeah, it's really nice balance between the sweet and salty, which is my favorite flavor combination ever. Let me try the scallop. Oh, that seems tender.
Cook through properly. Yeah.
Yep, very tender.
Fantastic. That's good. That's great.
This is my lunch.
That's your lunch. Okay, thanks guys. I hope you enjoyed that dish. We'll talk to you shortly.
Yeah, we normally have this fire engine prawns always with rice, but I thought, why not? Okay. Whew.
How's that?
Very good.
Not bad.
You don't taste the ink at all.
Okay.
Just like normal pasta.
Oh, there you go.
And it really goes with this.
Right. So
I still prefer rice,
Yep.
but I'm quite happy having this any time of the day. Like I would have this again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So either
yeah.
pasta or rice. It works both ways.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Definitely.
Okay.
Cool.
Thanks.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Just be wary when you're cooking fresh pasta though. If it's very, very fresh, it only needs 1 to 3 minutes. This pasta was semi-fresh, so between 3 and 5 minutes.
I'm covering this with aluminium foil before I put it in the oven because I want it to bake, but I don't want any browning or color. Okay, I just got the pumpkin out of the oven. It's been cooking for 50 minutes. So now we're gonna make sure that they cook. So we're gonna do a fork test. Has to be soft enough for a fork to, yeah, this is cooked. To make the filling, you need 2 eggs and 1 yolk. And then you lightly whisk the egg. And now I'm gonna pour brown sugar. We need 55 grams of brown sugar. I have the scale here ready to go. $30 grams of white sugar. 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Ginger, we need half a teaspoon. Nutmeg, we need 1/4 of a teaspoon. For cloves, the recipe actually asks for 1/4, but since Todd and Jason doesn't really like cloves, so I put a half, so 1/8, not much at all basically. Just, yeah. Vanilla bean paste, 10 grams of cornstarch. Now it's time to put the cream and the lemon zest. Now that you've poured the filling into the shell, you need to tap the pumpkin pie to get the air bubbles out. Now you want to bake your pie in 180 degrees Celsius oven for about 45 to 50 minutes. And then after that you do the test with your knife. It should come out clean, but the middle should be a little bit wet. That's okay. And then it's time to decorate.
It's time to do the taste test for the pumpkin pie, guys. I'm not a massive fan of pumpkin pie, but I'm willing to give it a go.
Dedication.
So we'll just see how this goes. Actually, it's not half bad.
What can you taste in it?
Ginger.
Yep.
Nutmeg, cinnamon.
Yes, lots of cinnamon.
Nutmeg and cinnamon. That was really tasty though. Nav. Cheers everyone.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Long day of cooking. Glad for the break. Just a cheese platter to nibble on.
This is our lunch.
Pretty successful day in cooking. We had no stuff-ups, or I didn't have any stuff-ups anyway, so they all turned out.
I had big stuff up. Yeah, my pumpkin pie keeps me awake until 8:30. I wouldn't really call it a stuff up though, because what I mean is I meant to only prepare the pumpkin puree for my pumpkin pie, but instead of just making the pumpkin puree, I put the whole ingredient to make the filling for the pie, which means I have to actually cook it right there and then, which is not what I was planning to do. But
she was going to cook it today.
And guess what?
What?
Todd's gonna try the pumpkin pie.
And I promised to try the pumpkin pie, so
yeah.
we'll probably film that as well.
And if you know Todd at all, you know how fussy he is, and he doesn't normally eat anything that he doesn't normally like.
If I don't have to eat it, I won't.
Yeah.
You owe me. You owe me. That bread is beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
A light beer rye made with beer. It's fantastic. There's a great delicatessen in West End in Brisbane. Fantastic, guys. They have a walk-in fridge just for cheese, so you can go through and pick all your cheeses out of there.
Fromage room.
Fromage room, excuse me, a fromage room.
And the name of the stores, if you're interested, is called The Stores. They sell really fancy cheeses and ham and stuff like that.
Everything.
And then they also have a section in the beginning when you first come in where you buy bulk organic things.
One thing I'm really dying to try though, there's some beetroot cured salmon.
This one.
Which I'm really fanging to try. I can't take my eyes off it. That's a big thing for me. I've never had it before.
Let's try now.
So, yep. I'll have a piece of that. Hope the Japanese like it.
Why do you say that? Is that a Japanese thing? Sashimi, you mean?
It's a little bit fishy.
I
don't mind raw salmon though in sashimi, but
it tastes like nothing.
It's a little bit salty, and you can't taste the beetroot in it.
This place at West End is where we found the Squid Ink Pasta. So that's what gave me the idea of cooking it for Halloween. What I want to try is the truffle cheese. This is truffle, what country they're from? I think it says country actually.
Spanish truffle manchego. I tell you what, that triple cream brie is yelling out to me. It's saying, come and eat me.
This pink thing, I don't know if you can see. This is homemade pickled onion. Not by me, homemade by someone else. We just bought it from West End. But it's really yummy. I don't know how they're pink. Maybe they're food colouring.
They've probably done that in beetroot as well. I shouldn't be so sarcastic. That's us for the afternoon, guys. We're going to relax and pig out, as you can see. Thanks, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Okay. Also, don't forget, we're always up for sponsorship. No hints or anything, just an idea. But have a great weekend.